don't buy the song.
At this time, your television and music career both taking off.
Yeah.
What was your schedule like?
Really stupid, really silly.
And it started to affect you in strange ways, didn't it? The 2002 arias, the one before you won all those arias which you could show to your brother. You turn up in a caftan. Now, this wasn't an obscure Kamal tribute.
Yeah,
there was a reason
I wasn't
for that.
joining your religion. No.
Why were you wearing the caftan?
Because I was covered in a rash from head to toe. I mean, not my face, luckily, from there downwards. I looked like I'd had the chicken pox or some sort of rash, and I couldn't let anyone see it because I'm sure they would run a mile from me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't contagious. It was the first signs that my immune system was breaking down, and it was very early on that I got those signs. I had obviously been working ridiculously, but I was so excited because what I had dreamed of doing was now something I was getting to live every day, and I was loving it so much.
Other things started to happen, didn't they? The night sweats, tell us about those.
Yeah. One of the telling signs with cancer or bad cells in your body was that you have night sweats during the night, and I would wake up like I had been in a bath. From head to toe, I was drenched.
You started to get very fatigued, didn't you?
I was exhausted. Those couple of weeks before that, I had started to go to the gym because I thought, I'm obviously not fit enough to handle this schedule. I need to start running. I need to start back again.
You weren't tired enough, so you thought you'd get tired.
No. You know, like you think sometimes you're just not fit.
Yeah.
I'm eating the wrong foods, all those things. And I found the lump by going to the gym and doing a sit-up. I was with another castmate, and I felt my lump, and I thought I'd popped. I thought I'd actually popped my collarbone out, and it was the tumour had started to make its ugly little face to my neck. Yeah.
Is the moment you were told still clear to you?
Yes, oh, very much so. Very much so. Like, you know, it was really, I was 18 years old. I was petrified. It wasn't a joke. And when I hear people saying, you know, oh, she just had a brush with cancer, it was a mild cancer, I go, oh, so I was about to swear, but it was shit. Like, it was, excuse me, but like, it was really hard. It wasn't, you know, your whole world turns upside down. My world turned from being planes, trains and automobiles to going to oncologists, hematologists, every single doctor you could imagine, my nurses. That was my world now. I wrote in my diary that I actually felt like I was an animal trapped in a corner. Like, I couldn't stop shaking. I wouldn't shake. I'll tell you the minute I actually found out, if you want to. I was sitting down, and the door opens, and my mum walks in, and then my brother walks in behind her. Now, my brother doesn't come into the city for anything. Like, he's quite happy out there. He's like, oh, do I have to drive into Sea Delta? You know, and once I saw Trent, my stomach dropped, because I kind of could see, obviously, when you see your family and you can see their faces. I said, what's wrong, what's going on? And I looked back, and Vince had tears going down his face. I said, what's going on? And they said, they think you have cancer. And I just stopped, and I just, you know, obviously, again, the shaking started, and I couldn't stop shaking. I just shook, and I just burst into tears, obviously, and I was petrified. And I got to the doctors, and I just bawled and bawled and bawled. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. But at the same time, I never ever have thought, why me? And I am not at all a victim at all. I never look at myself like that. People might have started to see things, and I thought, no, I'm different to that. That's not how I am. During it, I was trying the best I could to be a bit of a bull and look after my, you know, health. But physically, it was very, very hard.
What are your sense memories of this time? For instance, the oncology ward and chemo, things like that.
I remember the first time I walked into the oncology unit, and I noticed, you know, there was no one else that was 18 in there, and there was no kids in there either. So I kind of felt, you know, I know there was so much support, and I'm forever thankful to people, because people were really lovely to me. I thought I must have been a good kid, because I had a lot of really lovely letters and flowers.
But there's nothing.
Kept checking I was there, because there were so many flowers. I thought, oh my God, I'm still here, right?
And of course, you lose all your hair, which is very much a part of your identity. How did you deal with that?
I didn't care about the hair thing. It didn't bother me. It only mattered to me when I started to come back into the world and I had short, spiky hair, or for the fact that I started to say, I'm 18 and I have a comb over. I've got barely any hair, and I'm starting to have little wisps, you know. That was the only parts. I would make a joke of it. Like, I had a lot of, you know, there's some really funny moments. I mean...
What made you laugh?
Well, many times my family would call me Yoda from Star Wars, or you know, I had one funny thing. This probably might sound a bit sick, but it was kind of funny that after I had the tumours out, my first operation, I was starting to wake up thinking maybe it was a really bad, maybe this was a wake-up call for me. It wasn't, but maybe it was a wake-up call. I've got to slow down. And because Mum was just a little pretty upset, and she was a bit shaky and sort of, I was just waking up, and she was like, do you need, I'll get you a drink. I'm like, it's fine, Mum. And I had things hanging out of me, hanging out of the neck and the arms, and my mum and I were in there, and she's devastated, and she accidentally dropped the apple juice all over the gown, so I was drenched, right? I'm lying there drenched. I was like, it's fine. It's not fine. I'm so sorry. And I'm going, it's fine, Mum. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then she's going, okay, we'll just change the nightie. And I was like, okay, we'll change the nightie. So I moved to the side, and I'm sort of taking, and she's moved a couple of my drips, and they've started spurting blood everywhere, And so Mum's seeing the blood, and one of them's half up. The whole cannula's filling with blood. Mum going, oh my God! And she's fainted. And I stood there and I was like, and I'm half naked. So I'm sitting there basically nudged in the hospital, drenched in apple juice, with blood spitting on my arm, and Mum's on the floor naked. I'm sorry, no, she's not naked. Sorry, she's not naked. Oh my God, sorry,
You just
Mum.
keep going. This is getting better and better.
So sorry, no, but I mean, she was out cold. Anyway, she's out cold, and then I'm trying to go, oh my gosh, because I'm not good with blood at this stage. I am now, but I really wasn't at this stage. I'm going, okay, all right. So there's no one in the room. All right, what do I do? So I sort of was buzzing the call button, and I'm sort of covering up and like, hi, we've had a bit of an accident here. Would you mind helping my mum and putting the drip back in, please? I can't handle the blood anymore. So we had
I love the thought of that nurse walking in and saying, you covered in apple juice and
I was standing there like this, covering my breasts, going like this.
And the nurse, I'm not even going to ask. We see a lot of stuff here.